Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and the first thing I wanted to show you is that imagine that the Federal Reserve has voted to leave interest rates unchanged, and they have fixed everything in the economy, and everything's great now.
No change in interest rates, Tyler. The Federal Reserve keeping interest rates in the range of 0 to 1/4%. But on the issue of tapering, the Fed didn't say the words, but saying that the Fed said the economy has made progress towards the goals of substantial further progress, which is the way it assesses whether or not to eventually begin to taper. So it's made progress towards that goals, and saying it will continue to assess that progress in coming meetings. So that's the nod towards the idea that they're thinking about or still considering this idea of tapering, and they say they've made some progress. On the economy, they say the economic and employment activity have continued to strengthen. Sectors most affected by the pandemic have shown improvement, but the Fed saying those sectors are not fully recovered. Continuing the language on inflation, saying it largely reflects transitory factors. There's that word again, so give yourself a point if you were waiting on it. The path of the economy of the Federal Reserve continues to depend on the virus. Risks remain to the outlook. No change in QE policy, just to be clear.
Okay, so what he ought to do is put a clown nose on while he gives that report, because here's all the improvements that they've done. That would be $28.5 trillion in national debt that the U.S. has now. This has, I believe this, if you rewind maybe to Obama or George Bush, maybe, I think this was more like down in the 7 or 9 or 10 trillion range. That's how bad things are now. Okay, Rob XRP, this morning, the prices on XRP, I've seen it as high as about 73 cents, I think, and I think it's somewhere in the 69 or 70 cents right now. But anytime the prices start moving, a lot of these chart guys start showing what they're seeing on the charts, because I'm not a chart guy. I like to show you some guys that are. He says the 2021 structure is printing extremely closely to the 2017 structure. We're at the blue arrow. We can expect to see a price range of $1.03 to $1.43 if the structure continues following like it has. I hope you are able to take advantage of this move. And he's showing his little charts. He says we're right there. And so I hope he's right. I hope we do start to see that. Now, so I was driving down the road earlier, and just don't pay any attention to this picture from Mr. Intuitive. It's pretty bad. But I was driving down the road, and I was thinking about that Japan, the ODL announcement for Ripple in Japan. And I remembered the SEC, their entire argument is based on the fact that they said that XRP has no utility. And so I said, I think Japan just took a big dump on the SEC argument that XRP has no utility. I would hate to have to be an SEC attorney looking at the judge with a straight face and trying to argue that XRP has no utility when SBI over there in Japan, SBI Virtual Currency, is actually using XRP. It'd be a tough one. Of course, they have already been pretty bold in being willing to say things that are just not so. It's pretty amazing to watch. But these guys don't just have egg on their face at this point. There is a whole omelet on their face. And I can't understand why Gary Gensler, the new SEC chairman, wants to have a big, huge Western omelet all over his face. But apparently he enjoys it there, because he could stop this today. He could stop it yesterday, but he hasn't. Brad Garlinghouse tweeted this out today. Hugely excited about our newest ODL quarter. Japan is one of our largest markets with regulatory clarity and innovative partners like SBI. The region is ready for a crypto-enabled future. He's retweeting Ashish Birla's hot off the press on-demand liquidity is now live in Japan with SBI Remit. So big time stuff going on. Today is a good day. And when today is a good day, you need to have the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel weigh in on it. So here he is.
That's right, ODL, live RippleNet in Japan. We already know. We know the narrative. It's a waiting game. Price is a distraction. Like XRP Shiz says, XRP better than the competition. That's why every day I increase my position.
There you go. You can't hear it any cooler than that about ODL being live in Japan. Okay, Mr. B had a great tweet I wanted to show you. I called it on-demand pizza. He says, that's the difference. Here's Anthony Pompliano selling his Bitcoin pizza boxes. And here's Ripple announcing real utility. Ripple launches on-demand liquidity with SBI Remit to accelerate and grow cross-border payments from Japan. And of course, Anthony Pompliano, he still just can't get his mind around this Ripple thing and the XRP thing. It just doesn't make any sense to him, right? Well, then you had this morning, Andrew Ross Sorkin, he asked Elizabeth Warren, do you believe Bitcoin is a snake oil sales product? Listen to this.
Do you believe, when you talked about snake oil salesmen, do you believe that Bitcoin, for example, is effectively a snake oil sales product, if you will? Do you believe it should be outlawed, or is there some form of regulation that you think will otherwise make it something of value?
My concern is about the snake oil salesmen who hide everywhere when there's not regulation. My concern is about the actors that, when there's no cop on the beat, look around and see traders as just folks they can take advantage of. My concern is that a wholly unregulated market is one where ultimately the folks who pay the price are the small investors and the taxpayers.
And then I retweeted that video with this picture of Anthony Pompliano in the pizza box. And I said, why on earth would she think Bitcoin is a snake oil sales product? I just couldn't not do it. Now, this was an interesting video. This has got a little bit of history in this video that a lot of you may have never seen. It's about Vitalik Buterin and his history and Ripple and all of that. I wanted to just show you. This is from The Chosen One. I guess we will never know. Listen to this.
Of all the cryptocurrency projects out there, Ripple is the one that continues to turn heads. Yet like all digital assets, Ripple and XRP are often a source of confusion, mystery, and speculation. So let's clear the picture with 10 things everyone gets wrong about Ripple and XRP. Coming up. If this is your first time here and you want to learn all about cryptocurrencies, start now by subscribing and clicking on the bell so you don't miss anything. Did you know that the Ripple project is actually older than Bitcoin itself? The original implementation was created by Ryan Fugger in 2004. That's 4 years before the first Bitcoin was mined. In 2013, before he created Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin wrote an article for Bitcoin magazine praising the Ripple project. He stated,
"Altogether, what Ripple has accomplished is impressive. With Ripple, we have a way of sending, receiving, and holding any currency, not just one specific cryptocurrency, in a decentralized way."
He also said,
"The fact that Bitcoin now has a strong and compelling alternative makes it clearer than ever that the idea of cryptocurrency as a whole is here to stay."
Fun fact, Vitalik Buterin was originally going to work for Ripple, but had difficulty securing a visa to work in the United States. Can you imagine Ripple and Vitalik working hand in hand to create the next big cryptocurrency? I guess we'll never know.
Okay, and then there was this clip from Tom Emmer. This is FUDFIT, the promises and perils of central bank digital currencies. Listen to this.
More than anything, cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, and other private market blockchain innovation open doors to immense opportunities for Americans. These decentralized projects have an underlying code that is open source, meaning anyone can find it, study it, verify it, and build projects on top of it. It is in this way that crypto and blockchain expand opportunity for everyone, whether that's financial inclusion or capital formation or tech innovation. With cryptocurrencies, no one has to ask a bank or a corporation, or perhaps most importantly, their government, for permission to start a project or launch a business or get a loan. That's the way it should be. And by the way, it's interesting how cryptocurrencies have grown as government seeks to grow ever bigger and try to make decisions for the public.
Exactly. Okay. So this morning I was talking to you about how Uphold is partnering with or doing a pilot, like an incubator thing with MasterCard. And then this was brought to my attention later on. Michelle Vandenberg sent me this. Friend sent me this. Goldman plus MasterCard equals adoption. MasterCard and Circle, which is backed by Goldman, partner to trial USDC settlements. Okay? Well, USDC, if you remember, this is an esoteric XRP tweet. Brian Brooks' interview with Jeremy Allaire. You know when you and I worked on the most important stablecoin project in the world, and we remember when USDC, they announced that Jeremy Allaire announced that USDC would run on Stellar, and it also runs on Algorand. Visa will use it, Fed will use it, MIT Algo. Things are happening, and now we know MasterCard is trialing it. Now, just as an aside, who owns MasterCard? Well, that would be the Vanguard Group and BlackRock. The Vanguard Group and BlackRock own they're the top shareholders in just about every company that you can name that is in this crypto game. BlackRock and Vanguard. Simple as that. Now, I wanted to show you this. I don't think I showed you this, but the other day, last night actually, I think, I bought Algorand in my iTrustCapital SEP IRA. There's no better feeling than buying crypto in a tax-advantaged account. If these protocols go nuts like we think they are, there are many of us with these tax-advantaged accounts, either tax-free or tax-deferred, who are going to be sitting in the catbird seat big time, folks. Not little time, but big time. If you haven't looked at opening an iTrustCapital IRA, they're one of my sponsors. Go in the description of my videos. I even have an interview I did with the COO so that you can find out more about it. It's in there. There's also a coupon code for one month free. iTrustCapital is the way to go. I have 2 accounts with them, and they're my sponsor. This is like, to me, this company to me is one of the most important companies in crypto. For we retail people especially. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not and by the way, they also announced recently that they were approaching $2 billion under assets, and that they had achieved, I think, $2 billion in trade volume. That is insane. And I'll make a prediction of my own. I predict that somebody is going to come along and buy iTrustCapital. I would be shocked if you didn't see someone come along and scoop that company up. Somebody's crazy if they don't do that. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family, don't be dumb. Open an iTrustCapital account if you're gonna buy crypto. This is what I'm trying to do myself right now, is anytime I put any large sums in crypto now, I try to wire money into iTrustCapital to do it, if I am able to do contributions, because you're limited in the amount you can do every year depending on the type of account.